Welcome back. The National Student Financial Aid Scheme CEO Stephen Zwane is on a mission to turn around the organization. He wants to implement new strategies to improve the running of the scheme. You may recall the organization erroneously paid 14 million rand into the account of a Walter Sisulu University student. Well, new CEO Zwane joins us now on Morning News today to talk about his plans for the future. Stephen, good morning. Thanks for your time. A couple of weeks into the job.
Yes.
For those who think you might have been crazy to take it in the first place, how's it going?
It's been great. I think for me, it's like coming back home and be able to help build the house. Because I benefited from TEFSA back in 2000, and so I'm a beneficiary of this institution, and I'd like to be a part of rebuilding it. So I have engaged the staff, and I sort of understand why they work for the organization. Most of the time is because of the cause that the organization stands for, just knowing that you're making a difference in someone's life and helping them transform from a poor background to a more situation where they can afford.
Okay, well, you come in at a time where it's sort of the headlines around this have not been very positive, and we know challenges over the past couple of years as well, fees fall, all of that. What are you focusing on first? What's on your agenda?
I think it's the story of NSFAS that I think has not been properly told. Everybody focuses on what's negative and nothing about what's positive. To date, over 3 million young people's lives have been transformed through NSFAS. People who would otherwise not get access to education have gotten to education. I come from a poor background myself. I don't think without NSFAS I would have attained my undergraduate degree, gone on to sit in a position like this today. So my focus is on telling the positive story of NSFAS, making sure that the operations side of our business works, so that issues like the erroneous disbursement don't happen again. So those are the two areas of focus on my side.
Okay, well, fees must fall, obviously being a big talking point over the past couple of years. And I suppose students will want to know where you stand on the whole thing, where you stand on free tertiary education, and what can be done.
I think we are privileged to be in existence today, to be part of that change that comes with the fees must fall. For us as an institution, we've been given a right to disperse the funds to students that deserve. Our shareholders, which is the government, will dictate how we go about making sure that we disperse the funds. There's been a group that we dispersed to up to 120,000 household income. There's talks about 600,000 as the household income as the ceiling through which to operate. I think if the government decides that's where you must disperse, we must capacitate our teams and be able to deliver against that. So for us, I don't think we say fees must fall is right or fees must fall is wrong. We've got a mandate. Our mandate is to make sure that access to our education is not a problem for anyone who deserves and who needs it.
Okay, for those who don't know you, you had been in the banking sector for quite a while, being at ABSA. You also started WILED. It's a youth development organization. So you come with the best of both worlds, students, their future, and money. So how are you planning to use that experience at NSFAS with your plans for the next couple of years?
So everybody who knows me knows I'm very passionate about young people. In 2004, I came across an idea that says everybody starts a Saturday school that teaches maths, accounting. Nobody really starts a Saturday school that teaches life skills, which are so critical to help anyone do well in matric and also help anyone do well in university and be employable. So we have been running that for the last 13 years. Up to over 10,000 young people have benefited from our intervention, and they've gone on to achieve great success. On the other hand, I'm a professional. I'm a computer science graduate from the University of Zululand, got a master's from Durham University through the Nelson Mandela Scholarship that I achieved in 2006, and have over the last 15 years been in the banking sector. I believe that NSFAS is an operations engine that must be able to recruit students, disperse funds. That's really the operations we're in, and the banking experience I've got makes me feel like I'm the right person for the role.
Politics when it comes to NSFAS and just where you stand. I mean, politics plays a role in everything, especially now. People will be promising all kinds of things as we get to December. How do you get involved, not get involved, make sure you're in the right space when it comes to that?
As NSFAS, we take a mandate from the government. Whoever is in power dictates what we should and shouldn't do. At the moment, I've never really putting politics at center stage. I think the last time I was involved in politics was in my university days, where I was in the SRC and part of the student movement. But I made a call that I need to equip myself to come and contribute positively to the country. This for me is a platform to continue contributing and making a difference. So I'm not in a position to talk about politics. I've been given a mandate. There's a board that I report to that is led by an astute businessman, astute banker in Sizwe Nxasana. So for me, it's a privilege to be working under him in that board and taking my instructions from the Department of Higher Education and Training.
Let's talk about that 14 million.
Yeah.
Like I say, you've come in at a very interesting time. We know the investigations are ongoing. Where are we in that probe?
So we, the three parties involved in this instance, WUSU, which is the Institute of Sisulu University, Intelimali, which is the organization that made the error, and us as NSFAS have gotten around the table and agreed what the problems were, and also agreed on the next steps. The big one is a forensic investigation that Ernst & Young is undertaking on behalf of the three institutions. We were part of the terms of reference. We know what happened, and we suspect there was foul play. At the moment, we are leaving it to the forensic investigators to tell us what we need to do there. For us, it's really an unfortunate situation. We never want to be known as the organization that makes a mistake on 14 million. We want to be known as the organization that has made a difference in 3 million lives in South Africa, that will continue to do the same many years. For example, this year we are sitting at about 480,000 people that are benefiting from our NSFAS, which means over the next 3-4 years there will be active contributors in the economy. That is the story that we want South Africans to know. More importantly, I'd like South Africans to understand that our role is to make a difference and provide access to higher education. I would love for us to put a human face into NSFAS. For many years, it looks like it's a black hole, just give money. I'd like to put in the human face, and there's a big campaign that we're busy working on to just tell the stories of the people whose lives have been transformed by our intervention.
Okay, that sounds like a great plan. And very quickly for us, any major changes we can expect soon?
I think it's implementation of the student-centered model in a different way. One of it is a clear delineation between what we disperse directly to universities and what we disperse to the student, and how we better manage that process. So for us, I would like all students to know NSFAS. When I was studying as part of NSFAS, I never really knew who NSFAS was. I knew the institution. We would like the beneficiaries to know NSFAS, apply directly, work with us. So most of it is going to be student-centered model is going to be at the core. That is the major difference you'll be seeing over the next while. Okay,
good luck to you. That's the very brave new NSFAS CEO, Steve Zwane, with us on Morning News today.